Nanko here, Dustin there. Fantasy football season is so close. Can almost taste it.
That was weird.
Talking about fallers. These are guys in the recent weeks that have moved down draft boards a little bit that we do agree with, and we'll explain why. But first, Dustin has an amazing, exciting announcement, and I'm so happy to be back with these guys because they're better than the other ones, but go ahead.
So we're back with FanDuel. Like Brent said, we're excited to be back with them. If you have not signed up for FanDuel, we need your help. Click on the link in the description, fanduel.com/FST. Sign up, deposit $10 or more right after you click our link. That gives us credit for the sign up. We get a little love from FanDuel, help support our channel. But here's why you're going to want to sign up. So if you're already signed up, there's something you can do as well. We're doing our own private game this year, which is going to be a lot of fun. It's a $5 game, so you win the same prizes you would win in any $5 tournament. But you also are going to win a sweet FS t-shirt that says this: I beat the experts at Fantasy Smack Talk. But you're going to want to play us so that Brent doesn't get bragging rights, because he's been talking how we're not even going to need to print any shirts. So
I make some cash on daily. That's all I'm saying.
So it'll be fun. It'll be a 75-person league, and FanDuel will only keep setting it up for us if we fill it up. So get all your other lineups in, and when you're doing it, just do one more and do the FST.
And if you've been watching us, we've given you advice, but you don't share videos because we're a secret weapon. This is a way to help us. So just please help us. And it's really fun.
It'll be
by
fun.
the way.
And we'll announce the winner every week.
You're definitely going to get a shout out.
Shout-out.
And a little bonus I didn't pass through with Boss. If you want us to talk some smack to somebody in your league, we will do that as well for you. And you can post it. It'll be hilarious. We'll pretty much say anything. Pretty much. All right, let's talk about some fallers. The first one's got to be a faller. That's LeGarrette Blount. Most recent reports say he might even get cut, which is kind of nuts because they did sign him in the offseason. But he has been very underwhelming. The reports all offseason on him and in camp has been really bad from Eagles camp. In the 2 preseason games he started, he's had 9 carries for a total of 17 yards.
Yep.
So obviously that's not good. He doesn't really fit the offense. I didn't get why they got him in the first place. So the fact that his roster spot's in jeopardy, which I'm sure it's not, it's normally a motivational thing that they do. But either way, there's a reason why he needs to fall down. He's going around pick 100, and that is certainly down. But I don't like him at pick 100 even. He's too scary. He's too scary.
Yeah, it is a little scary. Andrew Luck's next. This is another scary pick, especially if you're drafting right now. It's just so hard to know. I mean, as the latest reports as of now, they're saying that he should be ready around the start of the season. They couldn't be any more vague than that in terms of, okay, does that mean, week 2, week 4? But it does sound like he will avoid the PUP list. So it shouldn't be, a 6-week thing. Like, you should have him at least at some point toward the beginning of the season. So he's fallen down to about the 80th pick right now, but that's kind of interesting at this point, because if you could pair him up with like maybe a Carr or a Winston, and not have to, still get a legit kind of QB1 that you can have, a month into the season, even if it's that long, it kind of makes him at an interesting value at this point. But with all the uncertainty, you can't be drafting him anywhere near where the Drew Breeses of the world are going. So Luck has definitely been on the decline.
All right, next guy I'm going to talk about is a guy that I loved in the offseason, this guy that took Blunt's role, or we thought, we'll see. That's Mike Gillislee of the New England Patriots. First of all, it's a New England Patriots, right? So it's always tough to say who's going to be the most valuable. But as Dustin and I were talking about it, he's going around pick 69 right now. And if you were to go with Gillislee, Burkhead, Dion Lewis, James White, what are the odds that they're going to be the MVP, if you would, or the best running back to own on the Patriots? We're giving it to Gillislee 5-1, Burkhead 8-1, Lewis 10-1, and White, because of Dustin, if it's a PPR league, 7-1. So
there's your Vegas odds.
Here's my thing with this though. Gillislee, you're taking what, pick 69, where you can get all these other guys super late. So what I'd rather do is pass on Gillislee at that pick and take Burkhead and Lewis really late, and see what happens as you go into the year. I actually think Burkhead has a chance. I would put it a lot better than 8-1. I'd put Gillislee 4-1, him 5 or 6-1 personally. So Burkhead's a guy that I'd be targeting late. Gillislee could be the man out there, but here's the thing. The real good odds in Vegas, it's a mess. That's probably 3-1, and that's probably what's gonna happen. So just note that, and that is why he's falling.
But the Patriots play on Thursday, so don't draft a kicker.
Ooh, like this.
Pick up as many of those late round running backs as you Patriot running backs as you can. See what happens on Thursday night, and then make your decision based on that, drop and pick up.
As long as your league doesn't lock for the entire week on the Thursday.
And
but
if it
Dustin,
does,
explain that quickly again, because all of you should do this.
Yeah, just don't draft a kicker, draft one of those New England running backs. You watch the Thursday night game, then you make your decision on who to drop and pick up your kicker for Sunday. And if your league locks your team on Thursday, you need to punch your commissioner.
In the face.
In the face. Paul Perkins is next. Now here's a guy, no one ever really thought he was going to be amazing, but it was a good situation for him in terms of just not having much out there. But it's just kind of what we've seen so far in preseason. He's just not that good. I mean, if he has a running lane and he can go and not get touched, like, yeah, he can run fast and get through, but he's just not big enough to really break tackles. And, you know, it kind of reminds me of a little bit of like an Andre Ellington, where he shows flashes here and there, and it's just like...
He's not even as fast, though.
But
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I just don't think... There's a little bit of hype around him, but I just don't think it's ever going to really, you know, amount to much. He's going about the 75th pick right now. Shane Vereen's making a little bit of noise. Dark was out there. So I think it's just going to be a mess.
So you're at pick 75. You taking him or Gillislee? You personally?
Gillislee has more upside,
at that point.
So, I mean,
agree.
It's Perkins, he's still someone to consider. He's still someone to look at. He might get 10 to 12 touches a game, but I'm just not seeing RB2 potential out of him.
No, absolutely not. All right, the next two guys I'm going to talk about, and I know you're going to be like, I don't even draft in my league, but there are two quarterback leagues out there, and a lot of people draft backups in a 1 QB league, which is stupid, so don't do that. But Tyrod Taylor and Blake Bortles going around pick 175 between the two of them. So obviously that's really late, but in 2 QB leagues, they go much higher than that. Here's the thing, they're both not a lock to start week 1, which is really scary. So they got to move down your draft board. And out of the two, I think Tyrod's going to. Blake Bortles, I really don't think he's going to be the starter week 1. I do believe it's going to be Chad Henne, and I do believe that they're going to have him holding the clipboard all year, because if he doesn't get hurt, they cut him, save a ton of money as well. I think that's what's going to happen. We don't know what happened to Bortles. It's like he has like the shanks. He just can't throw. And the scary thing, one of his corners that practice against him every day retweeted or liked something when it said like, here's 5 quarterbacks better than Bortles. So when your own team is just being like, yeah, he's terrible, that means he's lost the locker room as well. I don't think he has respect. I would not touch Bortles in any format right now.
So there's our followers. Check out our Risers video. Subscribe to our channel. Help us out with FanDuel. If you got comments, leave them. We're trying to answer as many as we can this year. And thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up.